DGENZ Crypto Weekly with Friends, episode 54. The October preview is coming right up.
Making everyone smile. Terry's got the magic touch, showing shit cause that are much to be desired and loved, like teddy bears and hugs. We collect them all, no dumping. Anyone tell me when they're pumping? Do what you want, oh yeah. Do what you want, oh yeah. Whether you do, it's on you, oh yeah. Whether you do, it's on you. Dreaming of crypto weekly, needing those gains so quickly, oh yeah. Let's break through the chains, injustice get the reins.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, wherever you are. Good morning, stylists. Welcome to DGENZ Crypto Weekly with Friends, episode 54, the October edition. Why is it October? Because it is about to get wild in crypto. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, stylists. How you doing?
Good morning, Chart. Oh my God, finally we are going to wild crypto period. I am looking forward to
I mean, listen,
I was
it's
born
crazy.
getting
Yeah,
rugged. So yeah.
I know, and now it's time, right? As we're just speaking about being bullish, I'm looking at Bitcoin hitting 65 already. And I don't think we even have a chance to even talk about Bitcoin before it hits like 70,000 this rate. But lots to discuss today. Looking forward to talking about what October means. What can we expect from something like this? But how you been, Silas? How's everything with you?
Well, I've been well. Let's say that. I didn't get rugged in September. So it's good. Yeah, I changed floors in the apartment where I live, and I am getting ready to become more productive soon. I promise it for half a year already, but life kicked me pretty hard. So right now I really feel that I'm coming back to normal lifestyle, that I had. It happens. So
that's always
really
awesome
looking
to hear.
forward. Yeah. I'm looking forward.
It's kind of like getting rugged like an NFT project, right? It feels like that.
Well, it feels like I also got rugged. So it was like overall very deep, long rugging, if you want if you want all the details. That's how it felt.
Yeah,
But
like
I'm
serious rugging.
yeah,
Could you say that rugging was a serial rugging?
yeah, it was pretty serial. I would say it, yeah. I can call it this serial rugging. But yeah,
Uh,
it's gonna be good, you know. Sometimes you need it rough too.
yeah, you need to really hit the bottom. Gotta hit your face against some cement in order to wake up, right? So I guess maybe this is you hitting the cement pretty well.
Yeah, pretty damn well. That's why I don't go on camera because my face is flushed, basically. But yeah, I think that it's going to be a really great end of this year, because I actually did a lot of things that I want to do to reconstruct my whole life. And if we will have some crypto moves going up, that will pay off what, is, what I was going through the whole year. So I think it's going to be okay. I'm positive, chart. I'm still positive, no matter what. Charsky, you know, I actually went through some news for today and I noticed really cool stuff that is going on. That PayPal extended crypto capabilities for business owners, for businesses to buy crypto and to hold crypto. How about that? Could be really interesting. Chart disappeared. Chart is getting rocked. Maybe I'm bringing this vibe of getting rocked. 44 people. You can hear me right now, so I can talk about Chart while he's getting rocked. He's amazing, by the way. Let me remind you that we really appreciate all the feedback that you give us. So if you guys want us to improve on something, if you want to bring some new features, please let us know in Discord or on X, send us messages. We really want your comments, your likes, any kind of activity on X, especially because we are pushing it for Chart, for DGENZ NFT. It's really important because so much work is done, and it will be really a big thank you from you that we actually see. So those who do this all the time consistently, thank you so much for doing it, because this is basically what moves us and what gives us this focus on moving with the project. And there are lots of things that are cooking, I have to tell you. Oh, Chart is back, so I cannot tell you really. But
Yeah. No, you're gonna spill some beans. No, my internet just decided to
you
like
just got rocked.
give it a rest. Yeah. Luckily, both of ours are on, so like at least the stream will be on at no issue. With either of us. Because before, remember when you were
Yeah,
hosting and something went
and it
down
was
on
so
your end,
stupid.
that was it for the stream. So
Yeah,
that was it. So at least if I rug and you're on, we're good. We don't want to disappoint people with a shitty stream. So and continue
definitely.
on. Spill the beans. What were you saying?
Oh, I can still. I was saying that actually I backed for likes again as usual, you know, and shares and comments. We really appreciate it. Then I wanted to remind everyone to join Discord, because we do have amazing channels where Chart posts, and we have some other chart masters. They post consistently and you can ask questions. If you're not there yet, I don't even know, like, what are you waiting? I think that it's $10 to get in right now, because DJ boys are at $2 or something. So you guys have to have 5 boys or 2 radiated boys or 1 radiated boy tier 2 to get access to all the channels and actually enjoy amazing alpha every single day. And you can ask questions, you can request chart masters to look at the charts and predict something for you, especially if you're interested. You can start conversation and bounce opinions. It's just super cool to have this kind of support and not to fall out of crypto. I wasn't really involved that much this past months, but to be honest, every single time I needed something, I would go to crypto, DGENZ crypto network that we have on our Discord, and I would just really enjoy asking question, get full few comments that will give me a full review of crypto market for the day or for the week. It's just incredible. So take advantage of it. Join in right now while Solana is so low in price. So really excited for that. But we're building some other things. I know that Injustice is working on new feature for DGENZ NFT that he will release soon, and he's doing something all the time. You saw that he's already doing his own chart channels, so that's exciting. Chart is working on a huge project, huge one.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
please
yeah,
just um
yeah.
yeah, there are so
There's so
many
much
things to
going
look.
on. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, and the thing is, we're trying to time the market too, because obviously the
Mm-hmm.
NFT market hasn't been doing anything. Even though we had a little bit of bullish activity more recently with those DGOTs pumping, whatever. I don't think we're there, especially with the way everything is turning out to be. We have, tokens exploding right now, and so people are going to move away from things that are not exploding, so to speak. So there will be time for everything. I think 2025 will be an NFT year for sure. Just the important thing is to stand by the projects or the groups of people or communities that are pushing you forward, right? They're allowing you to partake in a lot of things. And if you find that you found this community and you want to be a part of it, do that. Whatever it takes. Sometimes the entry fee is like $3,500, like SMBs are, and sometimes the entry fee is like $10, like ours is. So you got to figure out what you really want, what community you want to be a part of, because I think being part of an online community is actually very, very rewarding, especially in crypto. So that's a little bit of a tidbit for me.
I think the chart, it's interesting. You mentioned SMB and big projects where you spend some substantial amount of money right away. It's kind of risky, and people, when they buy into this kind of projects, they don't know what to expect because they don't have preview of the channels. They don't see what's going on there. They don't know what kind of connections they will do, and there they will have to actually rely on their own skills to make this connection. So they will have to be active. They will have to do something. Indigenous NFT for $10, you get value no matter if you interact or not. We want you to interact. We want you to be there and talk to us and introduce yourself and be our friend. We really want to build this community. But in general, if you just need something to get in, get out, check information, $10 lifetime access. This is free, seriously. For the value that you guys provide, it's absolutely amazing. And basically no risk. It's like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's insane amount of low risk. We want to welcome Terry to the stream. Hi, Terry. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm a little late this morning, but I'm doing all right, I guess.
How is your shitcoin journey going today? I know you're all over it all the time, and I really appreciate when you jump on my daily stream to talk shitcoins. But how you doing over there?
I'm doing really well, actually. Mooting actually was a screamer. We've had a couple of other goings lately. Pesto just went ripping yesterday. I saw the call at 180,000, right? It's currently at 29 million.
Yeah, let's talk about those much later on when we get into some shitcoin action in the stream. I think it'll be fascinating to see what you get. But let's start off with what does UPTOBER really mean? Everyone talks about it being like the cliche month or whatever, but why is it really important for us to know that October is the most bullish month? So let's start here. Okay, so that's kind of an overview of every month throughout the year in terms of Bitcoin gains. And we can identify quickly what months are good and what months are not as good. As you can see, February, we call it Pumpuary for a reason. On average, about 15% for Bitcoin, right? March is also good. Some years is bad. Like we had a good cluster here, right? And then more recently, it was all bullish in March. As we move forward past March, April's not so great. May is, iffy. The summer is usually pretty shit, right? On average, you can see like not so bullish. Then we get into September. We always think September is going to be one of the bearish months, just because it's start of the year. Kids are back at school. A lot of new liquidity is actually shorting the market, knowing that this is going to be the case. So on average, Bitcoin is minus 0.62 because we had a really nice September this year, right? Almost 10%, 9.12. I think that's going to change if I refresh my screen really quickly. I think we're almost at 10%. Yeah, 9.34. So what happens with October? You can clearly see that the average price for Bitcoin in October is going to be up 22.9%. That means the price of Bitcoin is actually going to go up by a substantial amount and then drop back to confirm, which means we most likely get a 30% jump and then a retraction to the mean, right? To make it about 22% on average. That's just October. Then we have November. On average is 46%. Okay, now it's skewed by this number here. All right, so we'll look at only the median, and we'll say median is about 8%. So that's really, really good. December could be anything, right? So we focus on these 2 months, October and November, to give us the most gains. All right. In terms of quarterly returns, you can clearly see the last quarter and the first quarter dominating, right? Middle quarters are not as great. So we're focusing on quarter 4. On average is about 88% in total. I mean, if you're not bullish by looking at that specifically, I don't know what to tell you. Let's look at the actual chart on Bitcoin. All right, so as we're talking, it's pumping, which is amazing to see. I always love when we're like talking about Bitcoin and it's just giving us the best stream ever, because it's so easy to talk about Bitcoin when it's pumping. When it's dumping, it's depressing. And so I don't want to talk in depressing tones. I want to talk in happy tones. And so to me, this is amazing, right? But it doesn't mean we're just going to keep going until whatever number it is. We have this resistance here. That's the neckline, right? We established that neckline back in, I guess, July or June of this year. And so I think what happens here is we get to this level here. We maybe stay here for a bit. Maybe we drop down in November. I think we're going to start to get higher and higher. And then as we get higher, we're going to get really pumping into the new year, in my estimation, because it's so much easier to do that and get to the levels we always talk about, which are up here, like 110,000, 120,000. Some people will make you believe it's going to get to like, I don't know, 240,000. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I really think you need to temper your expectations, because for every new cycle, the exponential gains for Bitcoin get smaller and smaller, right? The first cycle was like, I don't know, say 10,000x. The next one was 100x. The following one was like a 50x. I think this one might be like 20x from lows we're talking. So if we're looking at 17,500 times it by 20, that's 350,000. So I guess we're going to get maybe like a 10x. Oh, maybe less than that actually. But the point I'm making is, make sure you don't think we're going to get to like some crazy valuation. Always be cautious, because you don't want to get caught off guard like we did in 2021. You guys remember, we expected, everyone did, that this is going to just keep going because we're looking at this run right here. And too many factors pushed it downwards. Like too many people started selling. We had clearly the issue with Terra, right? Luna. We had the FTX collapse. We had the Voyager collapse. We had the Three Arrows collapse. We had the Celsius collapse. So a lot of factors contributed to this level here. But October is always bullish. Let's see in 2020, right? Because that's a comparative year. And if we look here, look closely here, right? What happened in October? The run we want. Okay. This is what I mean. Like, if you're not bullish enough, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Total 3 is just rocking right now, up 3% for just today. And I feel like we're getting closer and closer to that massive run. See how it's popping right here? I talked about this during the daily stream. And I said, you know, there's a chance that we just jump over this line, this resistance that's here and here and in here. And we go right above it, stay there, and then pop into 2025. So bullish. The other thing we could talk about as well is the elections, right? The elections are basically pushing the narrative of crypto forward into everybody's timeline. And, you know, it's given everybody an idea that maybe crypto is a good way to hedge against inflation, for self-custody, right? A lot of fun things. And so there's going to be a lot of people talking about it coming up in the next, I guess we have maybe 6 weeks until the actual election. And it doesn't matter who wins the actual election. The most important thing is crypto is front and center of everybody's mind. And I think this will give us that ultimate push towards that bull run. And again, I called it, I want to say 3-4 streams ago, and I said the date that CZ gets released from prison is going to be the official bull run date, which is September 29th. And I still firmly believe that's going to be the case. What do you think, Terry?
I think I'm having problems with the stream, unfortunately. You guys keep cutting in and out. No, I agree. I think that the end of the month is definitely, you know, we're closing in on it. I guess that could be like the official start. I don't think things are may not heat up immediately, because I still am expecting that last little dip before, you know, before we really get rolling. Just that kind of shake people out dip. But I think we may see the push up beforehand. You know, we see a little pop up first.
Yeah, I'm just watching the USDT.D, which is the dominance for Tether, and it's falling and falling and falling. It was exactly what we wanted in the first place. We wanted that action towards towards October into November, and then if we get into November, we're going to be down here, right? Now we could also bounce from that spot, and we actually can go up here and then down, but we really want to be down at the 2% level. So if we squash this a bit, our bull run top is going to be probably associated with something down here. So we want it in the same level on the right hand side. Okay. If we look at dominances, we always refer to the dominances as a way of figuring out whether or not we get an alt rally, like an alt season. So if we look at previous rallies, okay, we really want this line to go down, just like we did before. So if you can see here, we had a rally in Bitcoin that surged the dominance. And then from that point on, we had that alt season. Okay, and then this will be the top. And then from there, we have the bear market. Surge in Bitcoin. I think alt season is just around the corner. And so we are probably about 3 months away from an actual alt season when we see this drop, just like here, like all the way down. Okay, so keep an eye on the dominant. When it starts free falling, we're good. We're ready to blast off. For now, we're trading cautiously, even though this is a nice little run. I think we still have to be cautious for a lot of reasons. And one of those reasons is, you know, making sure we identify, you know, previous tops. I talked about it during the daily stream, but I'll talk about it here again. If I go to my layer 2s and say I go to say H bar, okay, we're trading the last stop, okay, which is this right here. Okay, can it get up to here? 100%, but I don't think we're there yet. I think we still need to go up to this level first, come down, and then start to go to the next level. Okay, that goes with a lot of layer 1s or layer 2s, right? Layer 1, say for example, it's at 48. I know it's a little bit busy here, but we talked about all kinds of these lines before. We wanted to get, say, to this level first, right here. So price action to here, or price action to about there, and then maybe a drop back, and then further action to the the third level, which is up here. That coincides with March price action. Okay, just like H bar, it's in the same section, right? And you know, it's going to be very difficult to just let it go, right? In my estimation, if you're actually just trading it. Now, if you're holding it, you don't even care about any of this right here. You just want action to be as high as possible, right? Because we can probably get there. You know, we can get there very quickly. But we really want to get into 2025. So like, see, the longer we wait for 2025 to show up, the higher we can get to. So this action can stay here and then blast off. And I will be still fine with it because we will have opportunities to add here on the regression. I got to remind everyone who's new to the stream, if you're new and you want to interact with us, simply go to the stream and find the chat and simply put something in there. Say, hello, DGENZ. Just like that. Okay. We will look at all of our comments and see whether or not any of the questions are awesome to post online during the stream. And Stylist, do you have any questions? I know you always have some good questions.
Yeah, you call them stupid questions. Of course, Chart. I have some stupid good questions. Stupidly good. So, Chart, there were a couple of moments in this bear market when the market would go up and we would see 30% up, or 15, or I don't know, like 20% up. And some people don't trade, they just hold. But it's kind of sucks when you see that it went up like 30-40% with some coins, and then it went down. Like Obul was so high and went down. Dimitra, my favorite, was so high, went down 50%, I think. Will this be a case in October, November, or should we hold, or should we wait until 2025? When we will know when to sell it all, like sell fucking all. Sorry about my language. Because this is what I want, to just sell.
Listen, awesome stupid question. I really appreciate this stupid question, because the most difficult part about trading is selling, right? We all know this. You know, you get into it, you find a good entry, and you're riding it, and you're in profit, and you always get greedy, and then you have a hard time selling your position because you just think it's going to keep going. So how do we identify when to sell? So the first thing I will tell you is it depends on what kind of trade you are in, right? If you're just a holder, you're looking for end the bull run trades. If you're a swing trader, you're looking for trading at resistances and buying back at supports, okay? So if you are a holder in Stylus, if you're trading, for example, Dimitra, let's look at Dimitra since you love that token, just the token name. She has no idea, by the way, what it does, which is still fine. I mean, a lot of memes do the same thing, but we're looking for...
No, I know what it does. What are you talking about? I'm researching.
Okay, never mind. I'm so sorry. Oh. I apologize. I didn't think Installus knew what it does, but clearly I'm way over my head. So when we look at Dimitra, for example, right, is it has a really, really amazing setup. If you're in Stylus and you're just holding, we're holding it until this level here. I'll show you.
If you're in Stylus and you're just holding, it sounds good.
Exactly. So you're holding to this section right here. Okay, that is okay. So let's look at some resistances here. So we're looking at
Just
that
hold in
resistance.
Stylus. Just hold in
Oh,
Stylus.
you're holding Stylus, yeah. Okay, so that's your section, right? So it's $1.89, or it's $3.23. So there's a good chance that once we get going, we'll just do this and then that, and then do the third wave all the way up to there. So if you're holding lots of Dimitra, you gotta be super strong and not worrying about the sell-offs and the dropbacks or whatever. I know it was difficult to even talk about the sell-off because I think Dimitra hit 40 cents at some point. At least it was close to that. It was at this level, 25 cents. Sorry, I thought it was 40 cents. Anyway, 25 cents, and then went all the way down to 10 cents. So it's tough to see that, right? Or even further than that, actually, down to 6 cents. But the point I'm making is we're getting to this price action now where it's going to be full expansion. And again, you're not a swing trader, you're a holder, just hold. That's all you got to do is hold. And obviously stick around with us, either during our streams or going into our Discord and asking questions. We will tell you exactly when to do it, right? Because sometimes it's tough, right? Because you can get some price action just to pop. And then you think it's going to keep going and the sellers come in right here and they start selling and you think, I don't know, should I get out? The answer is yes. So you want to be ahead of that game. You don't want to be thinking about when to sell. So, stick around for that. So that's Dimitra. What did you say? You said Opulus as well?
Yeah, we can review Opulus. I know that lots of our holders have Opulus. Chart, I want to make a little comment about DGENZ Ghost, by the way. I think that DGENZ Ghost Fund will know when to sell just because they will see you selling, and that will be like a pretty obvious explanatory action for everyone to sell to when we will see that we reach the levels and we're moving to other tokens. So
that's right. Yeah, everyone's going to be notified when we're actually selling some of our positions in our fund. And so when we do that, it's going to be really easy, right? Everyone's going to know. But yeah, we're long away from that. Actually, there's so much more to go. For Opulus, like you mentioned many times before, we're looking for this price action here that's on the chart. I do expect a lot of action now that come in and push us all the way to the upper line. So I'm looking for, 45 cents, somewhere around there to be the first resistance. And then maybe we drop back just a little bit just before the end of the year. And then we really get going. These resistances will be sold, which means like it all depends on what you want to do. Again, are you a trader? Are you a holder? If you're a holder, that doesn't bother you. You essentially just add at these positions when it drops lower, okay? And we're looking for price action that's way higher, way higher. First resistance is at 352, right? Second one is at 595. That's a good one. And then you have, I think 8. Let me just go back here. Yeah, 774 as the last one. So there's a possibility of all of those reaching in the bull run, right? We have so much of this action. Look, if you look at this, there's so much air, up here. Like if you look at the chart, there's nothing here. And that's got to come out and, build up as we move forward in time. We also have like so many other ones like Jupiter and Layer AI and Boson. I mean, Boson is 65.5 going as we're talking. Boson is going to do some multiples as well. If I look at Boson, I just laugh because like there's a easy 10x out of Boson. If you look at the chart right here, that's a spot we need to sell here. Now, if somehow we go crazy, we're using this money line to know when to sell. Like if we can get up here by the end of 2026, $10 is a good spot. Okay. But we'll be following this line right here. because it needs to be retested at some point in the future. I'm curious if Terry is ready for some shitcoin action, because I want to see some more shitcoins.
Well, I'm ready, but unfortunately, we're not going to see anything because I'm just having some vicious trouble loading while watching the stream. I guess we're having problems with the internet again. Basically, we're looking at. I can talk really briefly about a few coins. So, Mudang.
I can help you out. Actually, what I'll do is I'll throw up a chart when you're talking. So just let me know what the ticker is, okay?
Oh, okay. Hey, that's great. So, Mudang on Solana. This one has just been, Richter, right? That's fully parabolic, and this one is just, the traction is stupid on this. It's just absolutely unbelievable. It's gone all the way to 140 million. Every time you think it's going to get a significant major retrace, it pulls back a little, and then it just pops harder. I thought we were going to see a retrace from that, like 40, 50 million area where there's just a lot of consolidation. You see that there's a bouncy cup in there, and then it just took off ripping from there. Just crazy. And this one has just gotten, if you haven't figured it out yet, right, this is cute animal meme season, right? So Mudang was the one that really seemed to kick it off. There's Mudang on Sol, there's the Mudang on ETH, the Mudang WETH 2. That one's also doing really well. Expect the same things from it. Pesto on Sol, Pesto the Penguin. This one is just the same sort of thing, just crazy. It was sort of, coming up in a reasonable ascension for a while, and then it got to about 10 million, and then it just took off. I mean, it made the jump from like 10 to 15 like it was nothing. I mean, like a 30-minute candle, and then bounced a little bit there, and it continues. I mean, so right now it's in one of those rising channels, right? It's like a rising flag, and I hate to see that. It's actually widening slightly too. Normally I would say that is really, danger, Will Robinson territory, right? But the memes have just been so strong. The animal memes have been so strong. I think this one's going to continue to run as well. Same kind of thing for Toto on Sol. Toto's the baby elephant one. This one right now is looking really good. Actually working on this sort of a cup and handle continuation.
Oh my goodness. What's happening with these guys? Oh my God. Okay. 4.3 million market cap. Liquidity is decent. Oh Jesus. It's so funny. Hey man, if you're making money off it, good for you. That's all I have to say. Good for you. If you somehow manage to turn 1,000 into 30,000, I'm happy for you. It is so hard to do that in meme coins. You hear about only the winners, and there's 1 in a million. So if you somehow bought into Toto when it was doing absolutely jack shit, doing this, and you're hoping that you're going to get a pump, and you got this, bravo. Any other ones we should look at?
Well, let's see. If you look at Wrapped Dog, that one is doing all right too, actually.
How do you spell that?
It's WDog.
WDog?
Yeah, WDOG.
Okay. Got you.
And because, I've given guidance on this one before. This is a little bit more of a longer term play. I was looking at the 8 hour on it. You've had some, here we go. Yeah, nice. So that is coming up in, that's like a rising triangle more or less. And, I like the cuppy bottoms to it. So I think it's going to push up pretty nicely. I think it looks like out guidance on this one.
It's giving you that higher lows every single time. So it's eventually going to pop out of there. It's going to give you a double. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Right now it's come down and it's tested. It's wick down, wick back above. A really nice, wobble in that area. There's a 15-minute order block about centered around 19.5 million, and it's bouncing off that now. So we're looking at it to come up and then break the ascending resistance, and looking for a target on that one of about 29? Yeah, about 29 million. So
29 million.
Move from, nice. Yeah, so I'm basically looking for 45% from where it's at right now. It's coming off just above 20 million. So
yeah, absolutely bank that. Get 29%. Bank it. Don't even think about it. That's awesome. The other one I'm kind of following for the sake of Politify is Trump, Donald Trump, because obviously Politify is going to be a thing at some point. So we finally found a bottom on Tramp. I was curious to see whether or not this is just going to keep going down into the abyss, really. But we ended up finding a bottom, right? If we look at where we are, it could have gone many different ways, and it could have gone all the way to the bottom of that, but it didn't. So that's good. And it found a spot to pump. Right now, it's only created a right shoulder, so there might be some regression here. If you're looking to add to this, you have an opportunity probably in the next couple of days, right? Because I don't foresee this actually just keep going up, like into the next level. It has to at least do something here. So be patient with this trade. Okay, maybe put it on the 15-minute scale and see whether or not you can catch it on the way down. So see how it probably goes down a level, and then tread sideways and go up. Do that. The other ones we're looking at is Kamala Harris. It's the other one for the other candidate. Did the similar thing, right? It popped to this level here. That level being the inverted head and shoulders level, right? So the neckline is the resistance, right? That's the head, be the shoulder area. And so when we have something like this, we just trade accordingly, right? We just wait until we get to the shoulder area and then we add. So it will take some time to get there, maybe a few days. So if you're trading this and you're adding this, you can add as we move along, right? So you had that pop. This MACD is going to pinch at some point. It's going to come down this way, and we're going to have another opportunity to add. It's probably down here. Okay, I don't know if we're going to get a full regression. Maybe we stop at the top of this level, so like 6, double 6. So we'll see. But yeah, really, really something to watch. Put in your watch list, right? DGENZ. Let's see that shitcoin. It's starting to find some volume. I'm not sure if it's a lot of volume, but it's something. Okay, if we take a look at this pretty decent size daily candle, it is worth noting that is bigger than the last day's candle, and it's approaching to be bigger than the other one. So if that happens, it's going to be a significant turn for the bulls of DGENZ. Maybe there's something to be said to buy at this level. Maybe we get, a double on that, which means market cap is going to be 100 million. 100 million is probably at about here, at this level here. Okay, so if it gets to 100 million, maybe start scaling out a little bit. And like we talked about it earlier, it depends on what you are. If you are a holder, you hold, whatever. Wait until the end of the bull run. If you're a trader, you know what to do. Okay. Any other questions for Terry or myself? Do we have any other shitcoins?
Yeah, well, talk about holding. Yeah, you're definitely not holding the shit coins. I definitely do not recommend holding memes, whatever, right? I mean, they're seasonal. A lot of them will last a very short time, and we are seeing a terrific amount of strength from those animal coins, like I said. But that's just a phase, right? I mean, that's going to taper off too, particularly when you start seeing more influencers get involved. You talk about some sell signals, right? Basically, when you see crypto Twitter getting all super bullish, particularly on one thing, that's a time to consider taking profits. Just take profits all the way up. The other thing is, like, when you want to take a screenshot of your great gains and send it to your friend, right? That is probably the best buy signal, right? Take profits before you take the screenshot. Okay, because I cannot tell you the number of times I've seen people, I should have, told everybody how great, and they didn't take any profits. Take profits when you're up, right? Take profits on the way up. Sure, it could go higher, but everything that goes up is going to come down, particularly when you play in these short-lived meme coins. And they're, like Chart talked about, the great profits, right? And people are like, woo, that's what you see on Twitter. They don't show you the losses. There are tons of losses, tons and tons of them, right? Most of them are losers, even if. I mean, you can get in and get a little play off of something, but most of them overall will lose. And that's why risk management is so important. Decide how much you want to risk, have a plan going in, decide what to do if it goes south. Don't marry an asset. I mean, not even gold, not even Bitcoin, right? When it comes time to sell, you need to be able to do that without the emotional investment.
You're 100% correct on the fact that if you're sending pictures of your portfolio to somebody, maybe start descaling and de-risking your portfolio into cash, because it's a classic sign to take some profits, right? And I think everyone at least once in their lifetime has been a part of something like this. So it's just interesting how it plays out probably in everybody's lives at some point, and it's pretty funny. Popcat. I know everybody talks about Popcat as the biggest cat meme. It is reaching that level we talked about a few days ago, actually during the daily stream. I talked to you guys about this level, right? This level here being a strong resistance, right? We saw it go through, back down, touch, and then go up again, right? And so now, essentially, we're just trying to get to this line here, okay? That is about $1.40, $1.50. Most likely gets to 1.5 billion market cap before we see some regression. When is that? Probably in November, right? Because
I wonder what happened to chart. Terry, can you hear chart?
I can't. No, I thought it was me. I was like, oh, geez, okay.
Yeah, you know, he keeps saying that StreamYard would not rock, and I keep thinking, is it just me not hearing things? Or is it him? I guess it's his internet, actually. But yeah, too bad that he didn't finish with Popcat. He will pop back right now to talk about Popcat, most likely. And it's only you and I now, Terry. Black Cat is gone too. You know, Terry, did you try to trade on Bluefin actually? Because I know that we have a special link for Bluefin on our Discord with the discount. Did you try to open it? Did you trade?
Specialized stuff, right? So I'm just not. I'm not using any of the platforms at all right now.
Got it.
So I just, you know, I like my privacy, and I'm sticking with that. I've been really frustrated with the KYC, and obviously a lot of platforms are just simply not allowing, you know, the United States users to use the platforms, not allowing them access anymore. And so I guess they just kind of said, well, screw that, and you know, just start using the DEXs. There's Chart. He's back. You know, one thing, Chart, I was just wondering if maybe you could explain to people what the blue line represents, and more so how you came up with that. You know, what structure you used to draw that.
yeah, great idea. So I was trying to explain that actually the reason why we even look at this line is because it serves as a resistance, and we have to touch back to that resistance at some point during the trade. Normally the way we draw it is we find the trend line, right? And we see the trend line is, you know, supporting here, here, and then it broke down here and touched back. So we have to align it as such. So if I'm drawing a line, I could be drawing it here, whatever, but that's not how you do it. You have to draw it on the touchback, just like that, okay? And so because we have the touchback, we have action that goes south and eventually has to come back and touch it again. Okay, it's just, it happens all the time. And for me, when I'm trying to figure out where we're going to end up in the future, I use this format all the time, and it works like magic. Honestly, it works like magic. So all you have to do is, you know, find that support, initial support, then you find the initial breakdown and touchback. That's really important. The touchback has to happen, okay? And then when you find the touchback, that's your line, okay? So your line is not going to be here or here. It's going to be at the touchback, just like that, okay? And now we have to revisit this line at some point in the future, and you'll see it. Like Popcat is going right now, and it's going to touch that 140, 150, whatever it is. And again, the longer we take into the future, the higher we can get to, because this line is going to just keep extending. If that makes sense, I've done my job.
That
think that
totally
was pretty
makes
cool.
sense,
Right.
even for a
You know,
person like me. Yeah.
That's great. I think that's really useful. If there's one thing you take away from the stream today, I think that's a really good thing to have gained.
Yeah, we have like what, 3 days, 4 days left until October starts, and just taking back to our initial chart, looking at different setups. I mean, Bitcoin is looking so bullish right now. I mean, look at it. I'm just looking at it like, okay, well, what happened to the dump that I was actually expecting? I was expecting a dump back to like 60.6 level, because we did look very shaky on the daily scale, and we're not doing any of that. I think people are starting to front run the October action, right? And you can see it in the alts, like Jupiter's up 10.8%, Layer AI almost 11%. Have this Lambda up another 9%. Pyre is up 6.17%. Pyth 10%. Rio 10%. Say up 10%. Like Tremp 24%. You can see it. Velo, I mean, that's the token we haven't talked about yet, and I want to really quickly go over it because everyone asks me every single time, what about Velo? Really, really bullish chart. Like, I'm going to keep it very, very open like this. And you can see so much air between this level here and the next level, which is at 16 cents on the daily chart. Okay. This will be completed. Like, this level will be completed. Whether it happens now or happens in 2025, we will get to it. Now, the quicker we get to it, the better, because then we can front run all of these coins that we have on the side, and we can probably take some capital out and move it into some other tokens. But this gap is amazing because it will be filled all the way. Okay, all the way. If I take a look at the other side of that chart, okay, right, we're looking at action in this section right here. All right, that is between 30 cents and 62 cents. We can even get to 80 cents. I believe 80 cents was one of the targets. Yeah, right there, 80 cents. So like, if you're holding Velo, you're smiling right now. You're like grinning every day forward. And I'm really happy that people that listen to us and listen to me specifically a year ago, on the things where we're looking at fundamentally, Velos is one of the ones we looked at and said, you know what, this is going to be a good one. So congrats to you if you're holding. Congrats being up like I think 6x since the low. And we're going to be up probably 100x by the time we're all done.
Charlie, there is a question to Terry, actually. Terry, I hope you're still here. In the comments, are you bullish on Popcat?
Yeah, I'm not tracking Popcat really closely, to be honest with you. That's a really popular one, but yeah, I definitely think that one's going to continue to see upward motion. So I don't really have any targets on it or whatever. So on sort of an unrelated thing, I want to talk a little bit about the rotation, because we talked about taking profits and whatever, and the way that the money flows through crypto, right? So you see the Bitcoin first and then the secondaries and stuff. Probably going to see a lot less of that in this cycle because of the ETFs, and that money is going to stay there. We've talked a lot about that before. But when you're up on something and when you take profits, you're going to look to rotate that into something that has, a better opportunity, right? As more chances of giving you big gains. And so you're going to look around very often, and we've talked about this as well, look around at those sectors that have started to go off. Look at underperformers in those sectors, right? And generally, you're also looking for, smaller and smaller coins. Some people aren't really comfortable with that. I mean, there's obviously a point where, everybody has their own personal risk that they're comfortable with taking. So, I'm not going to say that everybody should jump into memes. I think it's a lot of fun, but it's probably definitely not for everyone. But you do want to go from the larger caps to the smaller ones. You go from your primaries, obviously Bitcoin, when that one kind of tops out, you start looking at some of the other the major secondaries, and then kind of on down as like, because that's just the way the capital flows through crypto, right? And I guess
I'm just looking at some of the memes. Yeah, I was just going through all the memes while people were watching the stream while you're talking. And there's so many of them out there you can choose from. You can see on the right hand side the actual chart formation. They're all basically running. At some point, they're going to stop. They're going to have to retrace. So if you're buy memes now, you're already too late, I think, on a lot of them, because they have popped. You're better off to buy some of these other categories, like we talked about today, RWA, for example. You can get into RWA. Oh, no, sorry, the wrong one. Let me do that again. So if we get into RWA, there's a lot of them still out there that haven't popped. Market cap increased by 3.3%. There's a ton of them out there. You can see by the red charts, you can probably get into those first rather than the ones that are in super green, because then you're late, right? You're already buying at a 5% upcharge on the price. So you really want to get away from things like that. So you got Proppy. Pro is really, really good right now. Sologenic is good. Strike X, I've heard of that name before. Art Trade, I really like that project. I think I'm going to be really happy when that pops. There's lots of it. Credify, so lots to choose from. You even talked about B-Travel today on the stream. Lots of options out there.
There are the ones that I think people want to look at are the undervalued ones, right? The ones that haven't gone yet. The projects that you like, that ideally projects that something about, right? I mean, a lot of the stuff that I trade, it's just a ticker, it's just a symbol. It doesn't mean anything to me, and it's unfortunate in that I think I could do a lot better if I knew more about the projects. But the way I'm just in and out and I'm focusing on so many things, I don't have time to do that research. I think it's great when somebody does it for me. I absolutely love that. But I don't do that a lot.
Well, guess what, guys? We made it to almost an hour's worth of streaming. I hope you guys learned a lot today. I know Stylus keeps rugging or coming back. I rugged a few times myself. I don't know what happened today, but the stream was still alive. That's really important.
And in Stylus is being consistent. This is also important. Consistency is the key. That's what my friend Charles Davidson says.
That's right. That's right.
Listen, Charles, there is a question actually. There was a question about Bluefin, and I cannot see it. It was on X actually. Someone asked us if we are trading something on Bluefin. Thank you for giving the code. Yeah.
We are. We're trading all of our trades that we call inside our Discord are on Bluefin. So if you're using our calls, you're going to be using Bluefin. And so if you are doing that, might as well get 10% off on all your trades. So if you were to click on this QR code right now, you will get 10% off all the trades all the time. No matter how many trades you do, 1,000, 40,000, doesn't matter. You're going to get 10% off. And so, and plus you're making lots of money at the same time. I know Injustice has been on a damn roll posting in our Discord. And it's interesting how much value brings all of a sudden with his calls are so good. And we really appreciate all that he does in our Discord. Even though he may look like he's quiet, he's definitely not quiet. So big shout out to Injustice. That's right.
Not a quiet guy, working all the time. There was a question about airdrop. This question would be to Injustice too. I think the question was from Galahad. If you can join our Discord, if you're not there yet, ask question. This is Injustice Profi, basically. He's doing that all the time. Airdrops, all this information is on him. So just tag him and ask him about the airdrops.
Yeah, Injustice is definitely one of the unsung heroes, right? And this guy is just, man, what a sleeper. You know, he doesn't make a lot of noise, doesn't draw a lot of attention to himself, but it's just been putting out the bangers. That's great.
Yeah, we recently made like 500%
he's my favorite,
on
you know. That's why.
Yeah, it must be. Okay, Assistant Stylist, this was fun. I think this was excellent.
It was.
Next week, I hope we can line up a special guest. I think he might be ready. If not, we have another one ready to go just in case. So let's see what happens next week. It's going to be fun talking about things in October. In Uptober, right? Because as you saw today,
be there in this mystical month that we're all waiting for.
Exactly. It's the ape of all months. It's the white rhino, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, absolutely. It's the best month of the year, and it's coming up. So looking really forward to that. Thank you again for joining us for another edition. Episode 54 is coming to a close, but if you had a chance to follow our DGENZ NFT account, this is your opportunity to do that now. As well, if you want to make any comments or you want to chat with us, come into our Discord and say hi. We will gladly tell you what you need to do in order to get full access of the Discord, including all the calls we were talking about just now. Any parting words, guys, before we head out? I know Black Cat's been waiting forever to finish, so he can actually make a comment or a suggestion. I know you're there, Black Cat. You got anything to say?
I think that he said it's okay.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me now?
Oh yeah, hi.
Sorry, I figured we were ending it. I ran all the way back to my phone. No, I was gonna comment more back when you were talking about the Bitcoin stuff at the beginning, as far as ETFs in China. But you know what? We got a stream that we do every day. Maybe I'll chime in on that, and we'll have a little discussion about it. Or next week. Tune in next time.
Perfect.
Cat.
Thank you, Black Cat. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow then.
Thank you for your input. That was amazing.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. That takes it to the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Char. Thank you so much for all your expertise and help.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody again next week for the mother of all bullish months. It'll be stupid good.
Everyone smile. Terry's got the magic touch, showing shit cause that are much to be desired and loved, like teddy bears and hugs. We collect them all, no dumping. Anyone tell me when they're pumping? Do what you want, oh yeah. Do what you want.